The Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah, but I think that there's just very little that people really, the level of understanding that people have. Like, imagine the fact that we were fucking around with like nuclear bombs like 70 years ago. Like, no one even really knew what was happening. It's just like accidental, like just dropping them all the time in the ocean.
Oh yeah,
like fucking crazy.
The videos are insane,
dude. Nuts.
I showed them to a friend of mine the other night at dinner. Like, this is what it looked like. And you see the look on his face when the fucking mile-high wall of water comes out of the ocean.
Oh, my God.
It's so big, it doesn't even make sense.
The best,
like, holy fuck.
Right now we're talking about this Russian hypersonic missile. And, like, can you believe this weapon that, like, Russia has? Like, I was like, wait a second. The U.S. spends, like, 10 to 20 times the amount of money on weapons than Russia does. We have all that shit. I mean, but the hypersonic missile, I mean... That's probably what those UFOs, quote unquote UFOs from the videos that were circulating a couple of years are just because those things are fucking crazy, man. The ramjet shit that, but it's crazy. It's like Art Bell, when we used to drive on tour back in the day, like it'd be like we'd listen to Coast at night. There's nothing else, but you could find that scary ass shit, and you'd be looking over like the, Arizona skyline, like looking for shit.
Drive in the middle of the night,
hearing
this smell. That's the best.
And like around the time that's when Art Bell's like family got kept. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And George Norrie would come on, and then they were talking about ramjets and all kinds of shit. Like, I mean, that shit. It's actually, I think the ramjets what the powers of the SR-71. Like, essentially, like it takes a whole tank of fuel to get that thing just up and going, like Mach 1 or 2, whatever, and then they have to refuel it to get it like ramming, whatever. So, but like those.
So they refuel them in the sky.
Yeah, it takes a whole tank to get them where they need to go.
That's the wildest shit ever. Pumping gas in the sky.
Dude, if you see the potential of these hypersonic missiles, have you dude, they like without even a warhead, they have like a megaton explosion just from the velocity of the speed. They can go like Mach 15 or something.
And they can change course.
Yeah.
They can't just predict, oh, this one's going to go to Seattle. No, it can turn left. It can go south.
You know that scene in like Superman 2 where they have the ICBM and like he's like riding it, like dude, that's fucking insane.
I think you're right. That's probably a lot of what those UFO sightings were. I think a lot of the other ones are drones, like the ones like the famous ones, that Tic Tac one that they found off the coast of San Diego. I think in 2004, Commander David Fravor saw this object that they had tracked. They even recalibrated their device apparently to make sure that it was accurate. But they read this thing at more than 50,000 feet above sea level, and it got down to 50 feet in less than a second.
Yeah.
And they don't know what it is, and they followed it around with their jets. And then the people on the Nimitz said, yeah, we've been seeing these for a couple weeks. These like super credible naval pilots. Guys who really understand like what's possible and not possible. And they watch these things dart off and just vanish with the kind of speed that like is just impossible. No propulsion signature. It doesn't like show that like anything's coming out the back like a normal jet. It just looks like a Tic Tac, and it goes at an impossible speed. Like, what the fuck is that? That might be a drone. It might be some crazy fucking drone that they've been working on for decades, just not telling us about.
Oh, for sure.
When I saw the Pentagon was talking about UFOs, and they were talking about things from alien worlds, I'm like, yeah, really? Or maybe you guys have been making some cool fucking shit, and you don't want everybody to know.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, it's not us. We don't have any hypersonic fucking UFO-looking Tic Tacs.
Back to Phil Hartman when he does the unfrozen caveman lawyer. He's like, I'm not familiar with your modern ways, this legal system, but I do know my client's entitled to $3.5 million in punitive damages. It's like, it's alien technology. We don't know where it's
Why would the Pentagon ever tell us? Because I always wondered, like, because Tom DeLonge, he actually like worked with the government. Like, they brought him in to talk about aliens because he's that much of an alien freak. And I think they thought that would like help,
Dude, he told me he was like, they're cloaked. They're all above us. They're cloaked, and they're scanning. And honestly, what he was describing was like satellites tapping into all of our phones and listening to everything we do, which is, I think, actually happening.
Yeah, but they don't even satellites to do that.
No,
they get right into the system. They can listen to everything you say. That's Gavin DeBecker, who's a security expert on my podcast, was explaining. You'd used to have a clickable link. It used to be a thing you had to click, and then you would accidentally, without your knowledge, rather, download some sort of a software that would take over your phone. Now they don't need that. So now they just need your phone number. They get your phone number. They're just listening to you. They're watching everything you do. They can do whatever they want now.
Dude, imagine the stupid conversations that these people have to listen to.
Yeah. Well, it makes me more aware of how fucking stupid your conversations are if you think they can come up in a trial with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Oh, my God.
That kind of shit, when you realize, like, oh, my God, like, everything you've ever said.
And he's now reading, like,
text messages and shit.
The vessel I donated my jizz to.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Doesn't always kind of seem like the most boring possible solution is usually the right one. It's like, what's the most boring thing? The most boring thing is nothing's happening, but you're imagining the dog is somehow has a telepathic link to you. Occam's the simplest, but it's also the most boring. Like, these crazy fucking UFOs. I'm sorry if you've talked about this a bunch on the podcast, but the UFOs that we're seeing, that the Navy is releasing these videos of these Tic Tacs zipping around, and it's Navy pilots. It's not the people we interviewed in that show. It's Navy pilots who are like, I don't know what the fuck this is, and I have great conversations with Uber drivers, and like we were talking about it, and this guy was like, and a lot of them are programmers and shit, and this guy was like, it's probably it's a glitch in the type of radar they're using. I think it must be a glitch. I mean, that's the most likely reality. They're not seeing it with their own eyes.
They're not?
I don't think so. I think they're just picking it up on radar, and so he's like, maybe it's a glitch, or maybe it's like...
We should find that out. Can you Google... if the pilots were picking it up on radar, the pilot spotted UFO, to see if because I know some guys have spotted things with their own eyes. I know for sure some guys have.
I'm not sure if the data. I think
it's probably relevant to the conversation, though. It's probably a good thing that we know. People listening going, what the fuck? I get super skeptical. I feel like almost like it's a plot. I don't want to go full Eddie Bravo, but I feel like when I see people talking about UFOs, I'm like, okay, what else is going on? What are you distracting me from? Is this really a big issue? I was like, is it really happening? Well, can I see it? What do you got? Got nothing? Oh, you got like some radar. You got radar from 1, 2 pilots, 3 pilots. Okay, I believe it, but I want to see more. Why do I want to see more? Like, what am I? And you'll get caught up in it. It'll chew up hours of your day.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of those guys that we ran into on that show. I felt bad for them because they didn't understand what had happened to them. They had gotten caught in this weird loop of looking for secrets and looking for mysteries to be solved and looking for hidden conspiracies, and they get caught in that. And some of that shit is real, which is part of the problem. Some of it you can come across, the Gulf of Tonkin and the Northwoods, Operation Northwoods. You can come across a bunch of them that are real and raw, and you can see how they put that together. You're like, what? You could see real crazy conspiring.
Yeah.
And then you can get lost and think it's everywhere.
That's right. Yeah, well, I mean, this is like... Dude, I was just...
What is this, Jamie? Oh. According to Day, the AAVs... What does that mean?
Is that the new UFO?
How about you say UFO, you fucks?
Come on, yeah. We really changed UFO.
They have a little thing. We're AAVs. We don't refer to us as UFOs. These are my pronouns. Appeared at an altitude greater than 80,000 feet, far higher than commercial or military jets typically fly. Initially, the Princeton's radar team...
It's a radar... really high processor. Prince Story is what it's called. It's like a really high processing radar system or something.
Why is it spelled Princeton?
Oh, yeah, it is Princeton. It's just that apostrophe spot.
Oh, okay. The radar team didn't believe what they were seeing, chalking up the anomalies to an equipment malfunction. But after they determined that everything was operating as it should, they began detecting instances which the AAVs, I want to know what the fuck that means, dropped with astounding speed to lower, busier airspace. Day approached the Princeton's commander about taking action. He said, I was chomping at the bit. I really wanted to intercept these things. What?
Yeah.
That's we have the fucking craziest country.
Yeah.
Like, there's an alien, man. I want to chase it. I want to catch it by the tail.
Motherfucker. I was
catch it by the tail.
Put it in a fucking
Anomalous
zoo.
aerial vehicles. Get the
Come on.
fuck out for it.
Whoever invented that new name is an ass.
He's an asshole.
Give us a break.
I was actually the one who decided to call them AAs.
Oh, come on.
Technically, it's not an unidentified flying object.
You're not taking our fucking UFOs, man. I'm gonna fight that.
What is it again? What is the exact phrase?
Anomalous aerial vehicle.
Anomalous aerial vehicle.
It's an AAV.
You're an asshole.
It's
Anomalous. It's an anomaly.
I
Maybe
want to
it's
propose a
anomalous.
new name for UFOs. Anonymous.
$1 billion study. Two fighters were diverted to intercept one of the strange objects. When they first arrived on the scene, the pilots didn't see any flying objects, but they did observe what the lead pilot, Commander David Fravor, later referred to as a disturbance in the ocean. The water was churning with white waves breaking over what looked like a large object just under the surface.
Yeah.
Then they noticed one of the objects flying about 50 feet above the water. Fravor, the commander of the elite Black Aces Squadron, this is a goddamn Nicolas Cage movie, who is a Top Gun program graduate with more than 16 years of flying experience, described it as about 40 feet long, shaped like a Tic Tac candy, with no obvious means of propulsion. It's white. It has no wings. It has no rotors. I go, holy shit, what is that?
Dude, the guy, whoever the company is that makes Tic Tacs, they were like, yes, all of them Tic Tacs. It's free publicity.
Totally. Tic Tac is the one sponsoring this whole deal.
You think it is?
Yeah, man. People are buying Tic Tacs right now. Listen to this. You just say Tic Tac enough. You're like, you remember those old subliminal things you used to do in movie theaters when you're watching a movie and it'd say hungry, eat popcorn. Like every 100th frame, they would stick like hungry, eat popcorn. They would put subliminal text on the screen. You'd be like, damn, I want some popcorn. If you just say Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs.
People are buying Tic Tacs right now.
Well, we do know that pilot's got great breath, right? That's a Tic Tac man. If the first time you see a UFO, the first thing that pops into your head is it looks like a mint. That's nuts. There had to be other ways to describe it.
He's got stock attacks, bro, for sure.
I Googled Tic Tac after he said that because I couldn't remember if they were square or if they were
They look like I would expect a good UFO to look like.
Yeah. Kind of boring.
Yeah. Like super Apple, like if Apple made a UFO.
Yeah. It's like a pretty sleek.
Yeah.
But the going into the ocean part, that's the part I like the best because that kind of lines up with hollow Earth theory and maybe they're flying down. In the center of the Earth.
Of course, base in the Earth. Why wouldn't you have a base in the ocean? We never go there. Do you ever fly over? I was just in Hawaii. You fly over 5 hours of water. It's just water.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's that Strava app thing. I feel like we've talked about literally everything. You know the Strava app?
About it.
Okay, good. It's great, man. I love that I have to think I'm pretty sure we've talked about this. The heat maps, the Strava heat maps that seem to show people walking under the ocean and stuff.
Walking?
Yeah. We haven't?
No.
Oh, so yeah, because Strava, it's like I think it was Strava, right? It was like a way for you to track your steps. And some people apparently were in some bases in the Arctic or in the ocean walking around. And it showed up before they could turn that function off for top secret facilities, like the places they blur out on Google Maps.
So do you think there's a military base under the water somewhere where submarines go?
God, man, I want to think that, but I'm always...
in that movie, The Meg?
Yeah, I think it's probably a technical error, but fuck, maybe. I mean... I don't know. It's like the implication of these Tic Tacs and all of it, if you really want to the first to me, the most obvious one, minus the churning water evidence, is that it's some kind of equipment malfunction.
Well, it's also that they have an unlimited budget for black ops.
Yeah.
We don't know what that number is.
That's right.
We don't get to know.
Yeah.
Right? All that weird shit they do when they're making stealth bombers and all that Area 51 stuff.
Yeah.
How much money goes to that? What is the number? Let's Google this. How much does the U.S. spend on black ops?
I was going to bring this up in the middle of what you guys are talking. There's a program here that was going on. The AATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, was going on and had a
just
budget.
The AATIP. Yeah. I'm just out of your money, but I'm just going to use the AATIP.
$22 million is what their budget was in 2012, and this said that it doesn't go on, but apparently it does. Luis Elizondo says it was still operating, and he is part of.
So they spent $2 million to see if the UFOs were a threat.
A year.
And then
Or I
there's the
guess.
To the Stars Academy.
Yeah.
That's
where he is now.
Tom DeLonge stuff.
Yeah. So
Well.
some of it's still going on.
Listen, I'm fucking rooting for it. I want it to be real. I would love it if it was real.